Hello YouTube, today I'll show you a Centurion, Horus, Tenpai deck profile. This deck actually got 4th place in the recent OTS championship. So it's an engine deck. We play a small Centurion engine, we play a small Horus engine, and we play a Tenpai engine for going second, catching your opponent off guard, and OTKing them, right? Pretty much putting pressure on your opponent if you did lose the die roll. But even going first is not bad because you can still make seals pass, which is full combo these days. But yeah, and the rest is just hand traps and utility cards, right? And we do play a Crystal Beast card, which is Rainbow Bridge of Destruction, of Salvation, sorry, which pretty much glues these all 3 archetypes together. And if you know what these 3 archetypes have in common is field spells, right? One field spell and you can do what the archetype was meant to do in this game. So yeah, we start with the main deck. I'm not going to explain this too much, it's just to showcase you guys this deck profile. We have for the Centurion engine, 1 Primera is your starter, of course. Normal summon adds you any Centurion card to your hand from the deck. We got 1 Trudea, so the minimum of the engine, right? Trudea is on summon, you can place her and another Centurion monster from your deck into spell and trap zone. We got 1 Atrii, which is a win more card, right? If it's special summoned, then you control Centurion and the Emblema card either in your graveyard, you can draw 1 card. And here's a tuner also. More utility. We have the Gargoyle. It's just Trudea, right? Special summon and reduces level. So this 2 Trudea and Gargoyle, you can choose to make them level 4 or keep them level 8. Next, the field spell, the all-important Stand Up Centur-Ion is what gets the ball rolling, right? Because you get to discard a card, and if you happen to draw your your Rainbow Bridge of Salvation, you get to, that's why I play 3 Stand Up Centur-Ion. The 1 Emblema, it places you your stand-up Centurion, basically it sets it directly from the deck, or you can place Centurion monster in your spell zone, but you get locked into only special summoning Centurion monster from the extra deck. We got the Wake Up, which is the special summon a token, and we got for interruption 1 Phalanx, which is you can banish 1 face-up monster until the next standby phase, but its grave effect is what we use most because you can banish a special summon a Centurion monster from Synchro monster from your graveyard, and there you can activate their effects, which are pretty good because you get search with Auxilla. Next, for the Horus engine, we got 3 Imsetys, 1 Hapi, 1 the Duamutef, and then we have 3 gold King Sark, sorry. And of course, what binds them together is the 1 Wall, which is a field spell. Next, the Tenpai, which gets you to your OTKs, are 1 Chundra, 1 Paidra, 1 Fadra, 1 Genroku, and of course the 1 Sangen Summoning and 1 Sangen Kaimen. So yeah, the bare minimum, right? You just play 1 of each. If you happen to draw, you draw. Next, for the Crystal Beast engine, we play 1 Eagle, which is the most good one for this deck because you can normal summon it and you can place it to the deck because Rainbow Bridge will want you to add from deck. So if you cannot add a Crystal Beast monster, you cannot add a field spell. So when you have this in hand and this, you can just normal summon the Eagle, bounce back the Eagle to the top deck, and then you can resolve your Rainbow Bridge. Yeah, 2 of these. Next, for utility, of course, you want to play 1 Terraforming and 1 Foolish Burial Goods to send your Rainbow Bridge. And that was the idea behind this, because we don't play 3. Of course, you want to see it as much as possible in hand because you have so many cards that discard cards to the graveyard. But yeah, the third one will just be Foolish Goods because it acts as the same card, right? You want to see it in grave. Next, for going first and going second, we play 2 Fenrirs. It pushes a lot going second with the Tenpais, and also going first is just another card in your hand to discard. So it's pretty good. Next, for hand traps, 3 Fuwalos. Of course, if you don't have this card, like me, because I guess you can see these are proxies, you can play Nibiru also, it's no big deal. 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, and 3 Imperm for a total count of 12 hand traps and 3 engines, right? So that's the whole idea of the deck. Stop your opponent and use one of the engines to gain advantage. Next, for extra deck Link Monsters, we have 1 Seals, 1 SP, generic as possible. Next, for rank 8, because we do play the Horus package, we play the 1 Prison. We had a empty slot, so this was pretty good for Fiendsmith matchups, for Blue Eyes matchups, because it stops both players from special summoning from the grave. But yeah, you get to recycle your stuff during the end phase with the level 12s Centurions. So you can place them as continuous trap cards, and you can special them from the field and not the graveyard. So this will basically stop only your opponent. It sucks when you do have only plays are Horus, because you cannot special your Horus from the graveyard. But yeah, it's more of a utility card, and yeah, if you had a Blue Eyes matchup, you can go for this, and also some random ones. Next, for standards, 8 are the Photon Lord and the Hope Harbinger, Spell Negate, Monster Negate, and of course Zeus, which nobody really prepares for Zeus anymore. They kind of forgot that this is a card, but yeah, you can catch most people off guard with this. Just go battle phase, main 2 Zeus, wipe the whole board, and they kind of forgot that this card exists. Next, for the Synchro Centurions, we have 1 Primera Primus, which is on Synchro Summon. You get to add an emblema from your grave or deck, and you get to pop 2 cards, 1 for your field and 1 for your opponent's side of the field. It's more of a utility side. Next, Auxilla on Summon searches you any Centurion card from the deck, and also during the end phase, you get to place 1 of your Centurion monsters to the spell and trap zone as continuous trap card. Next, we have 1 Legata. So on summon, draw 1, and then you get to destroy a monster your opponent controls with highest attack, and during the end phase has the same effect as Auxilla. Next, level 12, we have Crimson Dragon, because we use Crimson and target 1 of these, whatever you choose. Most of the time you go for Auxilla, but yeah. And you want to make your Cosmic Blazar, which is just a win more by playing it at 2, but yeah, when you resolve this twice and you got 2 of these on the field, you already won, so it's pretty good. But yeah, you can also use this Cipher as another level 12 Synchro target for your Crimson. But yeah, and last but not least, we have the Tenpai OTK engine. We have 1 Bident, 1 Transcendent, and the 1 Trident Dragon to end the duel right there and then, with just 1 Chundra, 1 Kaimen, 1 Sangen Summoning. And yeah, that's it for the deck profile. As I told you, it will be a short one, because no much explaining. It's not no new cards in this deck, right? And yeah, see you on the next one.